What a vibe. It's such a vibe.
It really is.
Such a vibe. Okay, welcome back to the Eclectic ADHD podcast. Okay, I got through it second time. This is the second time we've had to film this.
Yeah, there's some complications, let's say the least.
Some complications. Welcome back to the podcast with B and Dakota, your co-host and host. Shambles. That was such shambles. No matter where you're listening, get comfy, get cozy, and enjoy the chaotic podcast. Today we're going to do an Am I the Asshole? And depending on time, if we do have extra time, we can do another one. But we are not doing questions this week because my brain was completely scrambled because of him going away, and then he's going away again on Sunday.
I'm leaving again tomorrow. I won't be back for another week.
So in my mind, I was like, we can just film on Monday. I'll put it up on Sunday. I'll be fine. But this week, we're not going to be able to do any questions or confessions. But I will put up an extra Tell Anonymous next week so that everyone can get a chance.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
No. Sometime next week, my stream should be up and running. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. I'll hopefully get it done. So I still have yet to reach out to the team and let them know that I'm back and that the plans for next week, but I will figure it out. One bit of updated information, which you might find interesting, is we have come across the game that we think will be an amazing game to stream. And that game is Who's Your Daddy? The babysitting game, where the goal is to keep the babies alive while the babies try to kill themselves. So hopefully that works and we get that up and running. It does seem that we're not going to be doing any of the Minecraft stuff, and I apologize for the way I sound. By the way, my nose is like all messed up from the travel and whatnot, so taking some medicine, but it takes a minute to kick in. But anyways, let's get started.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend it's not only her wants that matter? I live with my girlfriend and I've started noticing that she disregards what I want. For example, yesterday I was sat playing a video game. It was quite a dark game, so I closed the curtains as I could not see the screen properly with the sun coming into the room. My girlfriend arrives home and immediately goes to open the curtains. I explain why they're closed, but she still goes to open them anyway. I ask her to leave them for 15 minutes while I finish up, then she can open them. She refuses and just says she wants them open and that they should be open. I tell her 15 minutes isn't going to hurt, but she just opens them so I can't see what I'm doing. We usually go to the gym together, but yesterday I was feeling quite burnt out. When my girlfriend mentioned going, I just said I was going to sit it out and stay home. She got annoyed and said she wants to go. I pointed out that she's an adult and can go on her own, and she doesn't need me to go with her. She just said it doesn't matter and that she won't go then, and kept going on and on and on about it, trying to get me to agree to go with her. I got annoyed with her at this point and just asked her why she thinks it's only what she wants that matters. She said I'm wrong, and I just pointed out the examples given and a few others. I pointed out she clearly disregards what I want and just thinks about herself. She said I was being cruel to her and making her feel bad, but I just pointed out if she's feeling bad, then she should look at her behavior then. She just repeated that I was being too harsh towards her. Am I the asshole for telling her it's not just her needs and wants that matter?
Ooh, okay, that was a bit of a difficult one. Yes and no. Overall, I would say no, you're not the asshole. Because there's several things. I mean, you're being cruel and stuff like that is essentially victim blaming. making it seem like she's the victim all the time, that everything you're doing is so wrong and that you are a bad person type situation. So in that case, you're not. Um, some of the things you pointed out, I'm assuming there's probably more extensive stuff that was said during that, but the way you worded, the way he worded it, and the way I assume it's a male. I'm not. I'm just saying. Um, the way they worded it, it makes it seem like there was more conversation that was not portrayed, that more information is available that was withheld. Essentially giving a half-ass story. Um, but she is the asshole because she should have given him 15 minutes. I mean, it's 15 minutes. Who gives a damn? It's 15 minutes that you can wait. It's fine. Um, in regards to not going to the gym, um escalating that conversation from she's a grown adult, she doesn't need you to go with her type situation. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's a grown adult and wants you to go with. It's the fact that she probably enjoys the time that you guys spend together, and she probably has had an experience in the gym where she has felt unsafe and unwelcomed, and having you there makes her feel secure, makes her feel like she's safe and that if she needs help, somebody will be there to help her. So that you might want to look into why exactly it is that she wants you at the gym, and determine what it is, because that could have very easily have been, I'm not feeling, a situation where you went, I'm not feeling the best. I'd rather not go. And her going, but I want to go, and you immediately going, you're a grown woman, then go. It's why don't we give it an hour and see if I feel better type situation. Compromise, find a compromise there. But overall, I would say you're not the asshole. And she needs to, if she does feel bad about something, she needs to look at herself and prioritize fixing her own self and then, controlling everything in your life.
Yeah. I would say that you're not the asshole, but I do think that you guys have a lot of communication issues because the way that you put that, you made it seem like you immediately just got upset at her without having that communication. Um, but also, I feel like I would need to hear her side of the story as well to properly understand the story, because we don't know what happened in her day where she just needed those curtains open right now. With the trauma that I have, I can't stand closed doors. The kitchen door is shut right now, and I'm anxious about it because I don't like the fact that I can't see in that room. And I don't like the fact that that's one last exit that I can't get out of. Um, but it's difficult because there's so much information that I would need to properly understand the story, and I just don't have it. Um, Let me look at the story again.
Well, yeah, a lot of these am I the assholes? They're never cut and dry, black and white type situation. There's a lot of factors that go into it that you have to take into consideration. So it's
Mm.
very difficult to make a decision on stuff like that.
And the thing that I want to point out, if me and Dakota had a plan that every Thursday we would go on a date. For you guys, it's you go to the gym regularly together. If he looked at me and was like, on a Thursday that we would go on a date, if he was to look at me and say, I'm not feeling it, I just want to stay home, I don't want to go out, my immediate response would be, he doesn't want to spend time with me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't like, I'm the issue. I'm the problem. I need to like fucking run away. I need to just, we're divorced. Okay. I get it. We're divorced. I get it. You don't love me. But I think it's much along the same lines with her and with you going to the gym together. I think that's her quality time with you. She enjoys doing that as part of her routine, and not having that routine, and she might have had a really rough day, that might have like sent her over the edge and sent her into a complete defensive position, and she might have felt cornered by that. Not justifying her actions, like it was 15 minutes, babes. But I'm just saying that there wasn't a lot of communication there. And I think that's the issue. Granted, you did explain why the curtains were closed, but she didn't explain why she wanted them open. I
Yeah,
think that there's just communication issues on both sides.
yeah, and in regards to the, if I tell you I don't want to go somewhere type situation, I know that that's going to be your immediate response after as much time we spent together. I know that's your immediate response. So I know that when I say this, I can tell by a look that if your mind goes there, in which case I could then go, so I'd much rather stay home, but I still want to spend time with you. Maybe we can figure out and come up with a compromise of something else we can do. You don't have to
Yeah.
go out to dinner and a movie when we could stay home, when we could just go to the store, buy some stuff, come home, make some homemade pizzas, and sit down in the living room and watch a movie. Or
Yeah.
play video games, or play Mortal Kombat so you can kick my ass half a dozen times, or even Monopoly so you can kick my ass half a dozen times because you have freakish luck when it comes to those two games.
Mortal Kombat isn't luck. I just pure smash
Yeah,
buttons.
after about and then after about 45 minutes we'll switch to Infinite Warfare and gun game and I'll spank your ass up and down the court and type situation. It's just I know it's you want to spend time with us. I'm not feeling the greatest because I don't want to go out. I mean, like if you were today asked me to go out, hey, let's go dinner and a movie, my answer is gonna be no. I feel like crap. My sinuses are messed up. My allergies are kicking in. I would much rather stay home, have soup for dinner, watch a movie, cuddle in bed. Then and that should be more than enough, but you have to communicate that stuff. Why did you not want to go to the gym? What were you feeling? How were you feeling? I mean, if you were feeling like I do right now, explain it to her. Let her know. She may actually look at it differently. She might have looked at it differently, and you guys wouldn't have had a whole argument, and it wouldn't have come to that. Also,
Yeah.
you need to provide more examples on why you think that everything that she thinks everything in the relationship, all the stuff in the relationship that matters is her stuff. I mean, you need to give more examples of that because right now it sounds like a one-time situation that you just didn't like and you were angry about it, so you decided to throw a temper tantrum. I'm not gonna lie, you sound like a child. Just saying, man. So give some more detail and communicate. Communication is the only way relationships work. I mean, that's why we went through some of the things that we went through was me learning how to start communicating better, me actually realizing I'm not the only person in this relationship. So, I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. There's going to be arguments, there's going to be complications. I mean, there's things I don't like that she loves. I don't eat seafood. I'm pretty sure she would eat haddock every day for the rest of her life if given the
Oh,
opportunity and the means. You see right there. She just the immediate. I mean,
I
but
love
me
French
personally, is you
haddock.
put a steak in front of me, I'm gonna eat it every day for the rest of my life. But she can't stand that.
What do you mean I can't stand steak? I love
Okay, if you
steak.
had to choose between haddock, steak, and chicken, which would you pick?
Steak.
Really,
Yes, I fucking
really.
love I love steak.
You haven't eaten steak in three. You haven't eaten steak in 6 months.
That's a lie. I've eaten it three times, four times this year. Thank you
Four.
very much.
Okay, you should. It is August. You should not be going 4 times this
It's
year in 8 months.
expensive. It's expensive. You don't understand how
That's once
expensive
every
Shetland
two
steak
months. Me
is.
personally, I'll go get it next week just because I fucking can't.
Yeah, you have money. I don't. I'm a broke ass bitch. Okay, that's
Then
why I'm
stop
doing a
buying useless
podcast.
shit. How many things you got coming in the mail?
Not a single one of them is useless.
Oh, right, right. Unnecessary.
One is one is unnecessary.
What is
One.
unnecessary? And let me
One.
guess, it's the most expensive of the items coming, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And
Okay,
I
so you
I
proved my
tried.
point.
I tried canceling it because I felt guilty because I don't need it. But I thought because I deserve a sweet love. Poppy, don't even. Okay, sorry. She tried to go in my bedroom. She's banned from my bedroom. Also, I just wanted to mention my glasses broke, and the only way I could fix them to my face was with string.
Yeah,
Um,
so she has a cord wrapped around her head right now.
yeah, I look like an old lady slash geek because the string has to go around and attach to this leg. But I have to wait 2 weeks to get new glasses, so this is what we're dealing with. And yeah. Anyway,
it was a
Um,
bit of a pain in the ass because she ended up snapping the arm in half again while she was trying to fix it and ended up throwing it
I
away.
I got really, really mad. To be fair, I hadn't slept. Like I'd been awake for over 24 hours at this point. I was completely overstimulated and I was trying to fix the leg on my glasses after being blind all day, which just stressed me out even more.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So
I went to the opticians, I went to Specsavers, and they told me that there's fuck all that they could do because it was the metal that snapped, not like the plastic bit.
I go away
Um,
for 5 days. 5 days and all hell breaks loose.
um, I I then get my eyes tested. Turns out my eyes have gotten worse. Surprise, surprise. My astigmatism has gotten so much more worse. Um, and I have to wait 2 weeks to get my new glasses, which, by the way, I look hella cute in, and I'm very excited to get them because they're a type of glasses that I've never had before. So I have like the ones with the plastic bits that go like right down and around. Now I'm getting glasses that have like little stands on them so they don't actually touch my face, so they shouldn't slip down constantly. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the story. I do want to say she said that you were being cruel and making her feel bad, and you pointed out if she's feeling bad, then she should look at her behavior then. I do want to say that that is a red flag for me. That is a massive red flag for you to tell her to look at her own behavior. Um, you to me that's completely invalidating her feelings. I feel like you should have been like, okay, I'm sorry that you feel like that, and then gone into further explanation and accepted and taken responsibility for her feelings. No, well, not for her feelings, but like that you might have
Recognize
upset
that
her.
they're there.
Yeah, just validate her feelings and let her know that her experience is her own, and it's okay to feel like that. But
But at the
direct,
same time, do not bend over backwards. If she's doing something that is wrong and you
oh
go to
yeah,
validate her feelings and she thinks that that's reinforcement that she can act that way, at some point in time you will have to tell her just because you're feeling this way doesn't mean you can treat me this way.
yeah, one
So
hundred percent.
validating her feelings while also still validating that you are a person as well and don't deserve to be treated that way is probably your best bet.
Yeah, boundaries are needed, and just validate her feelings and let her know where you're coming from in the situation as she should with you. She is completely in the wrong. She hasn't communicated anything, which is a massive issue, especially in a relationship. That relationship is going to fail so fast if you don't start communicating. Me and Dakota broke up because our both of our communication was shit. I expect him to be able to read my mind. I still do half the time until I catch myself and I'm like, oh no, wait, no, he's not telepathic, so I
I've
can't.
gotten better. I can read some of it. I can read some of it. I've gotten better just from experience. Just like right now, I know you're probably actually hungry because spaghetti was not what you actually wanted. What you probably actually wanted was me to come over there and make the ramen for you.
No, actually, I've kind of gone off noodles right now.
Really?
Yeah,
See what I mean? I go away for a week and all hell breaks loose. That's
I
unacceptable
know.
behavior.
I know.
In fact, I'm gonna click my pen at you.
Do it
So,
again, Daddy.
but yeah, there's times where she goes, "I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want." And in my mind, I'm going, "I know exactly what you want. You want me to make you a chicken sandwich, but you don't
Oh,
have
that.
any chicken."
Oh, I want a chicken sandwich with lettuce and mayo. Mmm.
And
Oh,
hot sauce, lots of hot
oh,
sauce.
that sounds delicious. How long do we have left in the podcast? Does it
I
tell
have
you?
no idea. It says 40 minutes. I don't know how long we've been on here. It just
Okay,
doesn't tell me how long.
I have no idea. Um, let me see how long this one is. This one's a short one. Okay. Am I the asshole for starting the divorce process after finding out my daughter isn't mine? Immediately, no. Oh, yes, actually. Um, my life feels like a bad drama show at the moment. For some context, me, 33 male, and my wife, 30 female, have been married for 7 years, and what I thought was our daughter is 3. Looking back, this all started after my wife gave birth to her daughter. She suddenly became a lot more affectionate to me, was a lot more active with me in the bedroom life. Okay, that's not my dyslexia, that's actually what that sentence is. She also made my favorite desserts a lot more. She is a fantastic baker, brackets. I, of course, didn't suspect anything since even prior to her pregnancy there was no signs of cheating, but also possibly could be that just didn't look close enough into it. With this whole fiasco, 2 weeks ago it started. After a day out with her daughter, she sat me down in the evening and came clean about the fact that her daughter wasn't mine. Her waterworks, of course, also started, and apparently it was a guy from the gym, and it lasted a month before before he disappeared on her after he found out she was pregnant. Honestly, even typing this now, I feel like crying since I thought I did everything perfectly, but she still cheated. As much as I wish I could say I had a stone face or something, I just started crying, and she tried to comfort me, but I just pushed her away. I felt so disgusted with her. After I had calmed down a bit, I just grabbed my jacket and left for a hotel, and while I was leaving, she just begged and pleaded me to forgive her, and that I was the only father her daughter knew. After crying myself to sleep in the hotel the next day, after I turned my phone back on, I had seen she had blown up my phone, and I didn't read any of it, I just blocked her. After having a little bit of breakfast, I contacted a lawyer to start the divorce process, and at work, I just asked for some time off, and my boss gave me a month off. By the evening, my mom and sister were calling me on behalf of her and were on her side, and that just hurt me even more. While I'm not proud to admit this, I did drink myself to sleep that night. After that night, I started staying with my best friend, and my mom and sister kept spam calling me. Few days later, after she probably got the divorce papers, my mom just sent me a long text that to summarize what that I should step up and forgive her and not abandon my daughter. And that she would disown me if I went through with this divorce. My sister and my sister and mom are against me divorcing her, but my best friend and his wife are saying I have the right to not want to be with or take care of her kid. I'm split on this, and on one hand, I did raise the baby for 3 years. On another, I don't know if I could, in my right mind, raise the reminder of my wife and her affair. Edit 1. To put some context, my sister is infertile, so I think that's also partly why my mom doesn't want me to continue the divorce since she will lose her grandchild. That's the only edits.
Okay, so no, he's not the asshole.
No.
But he does need to ask some questions for his own peace of mind, just so he understands. She suddenly, after her daughter was born, she suddenly became super affectionate towards him because she felt guilty because she knew that that child was probably not his. So, and because more than likely she told that guy she was pregnant before she told her husband because she wanted to be with him instead. She wanted to have that family with him.
Yep.
Why the fact it took her this long to tell him? Because I think he said that his daughter was 3
Yeah.
by the time he found out. It took her
Yeah.
3 years to finally come clean about it when she should have come clean about it from the very beginning. That could have given him more time and could have put him in a better position. She chose to be selfish and keep this information to herself, and that is a mistake. To immediately just file for the divorce, he should go get tested first to make sure that the daughter really isn't his. Just because she said, "Hey, I cheated on you," doesn't necessarily mean the child is his. Is the affair partner's. It could very well be his. He just doesn't know it. So he definitely needed to get tested before filing for the divorce. Um, or get the DNA test done before filing for divorce, so that he knows without a doubt that child is either his or not. At that point in time, and if he finds out it's not his, then yes, go ahead, file for the divorce. You're perfectly justified in doing that, and tell your mom to sit and rotate. Honestly, because that's ridiculous to support a cheater versus your own son who can go out and form another relationship and have a child in a healthy relationship rather than stay in a cheating relationship. He should file for the divorce, but the mom should be pushing to find out if the child is his or not and to at least still act as the child's father because that's the only father she's ever known. Um, but yeah, definitely get the divorce, dude. Like seriously, that's fucked up.
Yeah. I think I do think that before anything with the divorce should have happened, I do think that you should have given yourself time to process, accept, and move on from what happened and then start the divorce process. But if you go through with this process and you find out that she is yours, that that child is yours, that's going to kill you because you've already divorced the mom, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But if you've just completely walked away, that's going to cause a massive issue in the court process.
Yeah. And
Um,
custody of the child and everything.
yeah. Um, but you're not the asshole at all, 100%. You're well within your right to divorce this person that cheated on you. Um, I don't really know what else to say other than you're not the asshole. She is. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would personally ask a lot more questions. I would need to understand completely through and through how it happened, when it happened, why did it happen, and
Where were you
just
when it happened type situation?
exactly. I would ask all the questions that I probably wouldn't want to hear, but I would need to know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
That's all. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So was that the last one you wanted to do?
I think so. How long have we got? This doesn't feel like 40 minutes.
It probably isn't. It's probably a really short one, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to do some short ones every now and then. So, um, do we have any other Am I the Assholes lined up or no?
There's tons. I can go through and look, but
Well, I don't want to do a really long one and then turn out we don't have enough time.
yeah.
So let's do this. Let's wrap this up then. Um, and the next one we will do a double session. So we will do because our the word we're doing this is 40 minutes. Um, so we will do 2 40-minute sessions next time, and so it'll be a little longer session. Because I'm not feeling the best right now. So this is putting some strain on me, and as you can tell, I've been deteriorating since we started this, unfortunately. So I say we close it up, wrap it up,
Mhm.
and see everyone next week.
Yeah.
I say see everyone next week, but they're gonna see us, and we haven't even seen any of them yet. So
Yeah. I do want to say that I do have a guest lined up. I don't know when he'll be coming on, but it is going to be very discussion filled. Um, and hopefully entertaining. I feel like he's going to be a little bit awkward though, but that's okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
But it's exciting. I will fill you guys in on all the details on Instagram. Drop a follow, leave a like um, on Spotify or YouTube, whatever one. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. See you guys next week.
In fact, we have less than 10 minutes left. I just got a notification. So, all right.
Well, that was timed pretty perfectly.
So, and the links to my streaming stuff should be in the Hive system. B, our fellow B, over there should be in the link tree for that stuff, which I think you can find on the Instagram. Yeah, you can find the link tree on the Instagram. So, that being said, a little jam session. We'll just jam out for a minute. See y'all later.